back to another edition of F1 Spotlight. My name is Melody Lyrics, and we're here with a very special guest. We'd like to welcome today Mr. Damon Carter Petty.
Thank you for having me.
It's good to see you. Yeah, thanks for coming. And we're here today because you have a very important endeavor that you'd like to shine a spotlight on. Mm-hmm. So why don't you give us the first look at who Damon Petty is?
I was born in the city, and I'm very dedicated to my people, a newfound dedication to my people. After being asleep for so long, it's like I've been awakened and I see things now for what they are and not for what they appear to be. So we're out here, making moves for all the right reasons.
Good. Well, people also know you as Kong.
Yes.
So why don't you give us a little bit about where that came from? What's the story behind that moniker?
Well, when it comes to the life in the streets that I lived as a teenager, I was always looking for elders and, soaking up game from OGs and stuff like that. I was trying my best to be the best gangster I could be. Mm-hmm. And, one of the small things, like, you can't give yourself a nickname, right?
Absolutely.
So once I was in college and, I ended up in prison, one of the elders, a guy who had been locked up for about 35 years, he caught his sentence during the Black Panther movement for violence against drug dealers. Right.
Oh.
So he passed that name on to me, and I felt honored, based on my lifestyle and my aggression and the way I get things done and my honesty. He bestowed the name Kong Gorilla, and the rest is history. I've been holding on to it ever since.
Good deal, and he does go real, let me tell you right now. Let me go back for a second. Did you tell me that this elderly mentor was locked up for violence against drug dealers?
Yes. During the civil rights movement and the Black Panther time, we had an extreme amount of pride for ourselves and our city and our people. And at that point, when crack came into our community, there were people who didn't want it there in the beginning, So people like this gentleman who gave me, my name, and his brother also is serving the same amount of time. They took their war to the drug dealers who were polluting the neighborhoods, and they were given 40-year sentences for that. So they'll be home in about 2 years, but they definitely went down for the cause, I would say.
Well, we're just going to say right now, thank you for that. Thank you for charging against violence. I just don't understand how someone could be penalized for going out against drugs. You all probably need to think about that a little bit. The new community, exactly, and what's its mission for today and the goal for the future?
The new community is it's meant to be taken literally. It is a new community of residents who are all focused on the betterment of our city and our people, a better quality of life rather than the things they can have and hold on to. Our mission is simple. We work to create a better future for our children to go into. And that's what we do today, that's what we'll do tomorrow. This is my life's work. So this is what it's all about, our children and our future. It's not really so much about the adults. We're here, we've already made our choices, or whatever mistakes we've already made. It's time for us now to invest in what's next, and that's what TNC is about.
And you mentioned in the past that you were incarcerated, so it's quite obvious how an experience of that that magnitude actually would hurt you, but tell us about how you say the situation actually has helped.
Nothing, at this point in my life, I can't say anything about prison hurt me. It actually helped me. I don't believe I would still be alive if I had not gone to prison. Unfortunately, for a lot of young black men within the inner city, prison does save our lives. It takes us out of the element and all the beefs and the problems that are going on in the city. Prison helped me to it forced me to sit still and focus and take inventory on my life, to understand what's important, prioritize. And I began to understand that life wasn't all about me. And I've been living a life that was solely about me. And when I was released from there, I vowed that for the rest of my life, it wouldn't be about me anymore. It's about everyone else around me.
we have your outreach project based on your experiences. It's called the Demand Calm Petty Experience.
Yes.
Real versus fake.
Yes.
So I understand that you visit our local schools and deal with organizations to share your experience with the city's youth. So what's the purpose? You know, why do you feel compelled to even, you know, put it together?
If who's ever seen the movie, The Story of Malcolm X, they remember the famous part where he's like, you've been lied to, you've been bamboozled, led astray, and really that's where we are now. I realized that 10 years removed from the day I walked across the stage in high school in 2002, I had been lied to. I had been deceived by the so-called thugs and gangsters around me and the dope boys around me. I had been made to believe that if I gave my all to the streets, that the streets would love me and embrace me. And in reality, you give your all to them, you just give it, and then you're thrown to the side. So it's really important to me that we stay the course and we are able to tell our children to be honest with themselves, because I'll be honest about me. The problem I believe we're facing is that adults are not honest with themselves so that they can go forward and give the truth to the children. If you're lying about your situation, if you're deceiving yourself, faking, you know what I'm saying, keeping up with the Joneses and faking it to make it and keeping your fronts up, as people say, you can't relay positive energy and productive ideals to the children. Like, it's impossible. So real versus fake is about taking an honest look at exactly what's going on in our neighborhood. Example we use on a regular basis, we don't say you know, we're out getting it how we live, or we got to do what we have to do. We just want those boys to tell themselves, I am hiding behind a garbage can waiting to rob someone. You know, don't try to dress it up like the rappers do. This is what it is. It's real versus fake. We're not lying to them. We're going to keep it 100, as they say, and do our best to reach as many children as we can. Yeah. Dr. Martin Luther King spoke about financial freedom and how, as a people, we can't compete in our country unless we have the financial freedom to do so. We can't achieve the financial freedom if we do not have the education and the understanding of the economy. So education is paramount to everything we do, but we also understand and we express to the children that college is not for everyone. As we build a new community, it is a functional working community. So yes, there'll be, you know, residents within the community with degrees and college-bound children, but there will also be blue-collar people, you know, people who just get up every day and punch a clock. And education, though it is important to us, productivity is it's the same thing. We hold the same weight to get up and do something. What we're losing is the lack. They have a lack of, you know, want for life and to live. What they understand of living is all misconstrued, you know. So we have to get things back in balance. We have to put things back in place first and let them know that it's okay to be hardworking people. It's okay to, you know, collect a check and go to work every day. It doesn't make you soft or lame, as they say, because you get up and punch a clock every day. It's what real adult men and women do. And if you care about the betterment and the furthering of your people, then that is exactly what you need to do.
We hear you are doing something to be a part of the legend here, a part of the legacy here. You know, is there anything else you'd like our viewers to know?
Well, I guess I know what you're referring to is my debut album, Guerrilla Tactics. And really what this CD is about and what this does is it gives me a soapbox to stand on, because the days are over where I could stand on Woodward and yell to everyone that we need to get ourselves together and everybody gather around. See, now that we have so many media outlets, people don't stand around to listen to someone speak anymore. So since the music is such a big part of our youth's everyday life, I basically took the same message and ideals that we, you know, pushed to them within the schools and put a beat behind it. You know, within this music, we take away the swag. It's not about material. It's a quality of life all the time. We're pushing a quality of life, and within this music, it's aggressive because we are an aggressive people.
Right.
It allows you to get that anger and that frustration out, but it still keeps your priorities in order. That's the thing. We have to get our priorities back in order, maintain the balance. Things have gotten all out of whack. So, Guerrilla Tactics, my debut album, that's what it's about. Keeping things in balance and getting people back where they belong. Making sure people who belong in a lane stay there.
I actually have a copy of Guerrilla Tactics. It's right here. Let's make sure that our viewers get
And make sure they get that.
a really nice view of that. And tell us how we can cop this album.
You can catch me in the city. I'm everywhere. Or you can go to akevents.net where you can order it. We'll have it sent out to you. At this point, I can tell everyone who's interested that my CDs are free. I am giving them to you. Right now, it's very important this message gets out, and as many of us within this city and this nation as possible understands that finally someone is telling the truth. So all you gotta do is email me, and I'll mail it to you myself. I got that stamped for you.
You were saying about, people talking about the same old things, the same old lines, the same old rhymes. You have a track on here, and it's Go Real, okay? And you have a line in there talking about people talking about exactly what you just said. The same old.
Oh, right.
What I'm referring
I remember that.
to?
Yes.
About if the mall's closed.
Right.
And then, can you please spit that for us real quick?
What does that say?
Well,
If the booth doors close and the car lot stop, what is it?
let me stop you right there.
I forgot how it
No, let me pick that up. He
Right.
says, if the malls close
Right.
and the car lots
flop. When the booth doors close, are your bars gonna stop? That's the thing. Okay, first, we don't have a lot of female MCs. One of the things I say about the reason we don't have a lot of female MCs is apparently most of the men are rapping about shopping, right? They rap about the clothes, and if you really listen to the music, and that's the thing, our people are so about the beat and the instruments that they'll hear it and they'll feel it, and they won't really pay attention to what is being put into their subconscious. But what it is a man on stage describing his outfit to you. That's exactly what he's doing. He's describing his clothes, he's telling you how much it costs, and then he gets off stage. That is dead. So basically, if we don't let him go to the mall anymore, if we don't let him go out and shop, then he has nothing to tell us. Someone asked me, if I don't rap about rims and ice, then what do I rap about? As if there was nothing else in the world to be covered. Well, to answer that question, I rap about everything else. I talk about what's real, what we're living, what people are going through, and this is how you make timeless music.
Make sure that you get in contact with Kong so that you can get this album. Check it out, listen to the lyrics, tell all your friends and family.
Sir. Something to live by.
Absolutely, and I'm a fan.
Thank you.
No, thank you. Can you do me a favor, please? Will you sign my CD?
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you. Oh yes, I still get mine signed. Thank you. So now, how often do you perform? Are you going out regularly, or?
Yes, at this point, I'm performing all over the city. You know how the city does. We open mic central, so
Yes.
I am a part of the Detroit Mo Thugs record label under Lazy Bone and the city's own Child Hollywood Drama. And I'm done doing open mics, on shows. I'm headlining now, and all you gotta do is follow me, akevents.net, or on Facebook, Kong's fan page, KONG fan page. You know, you put Kong in there, my face will pop up, right? If you put Kong in the search engine, it's me. One is like 3 or 4 or 5 pages. They're all me. Like them all, add them all.
Well, we're gonna take a break right now and show you some footage of some of the endeavors that Kong has been involved in as far as charity events around our city here in Detroit. We Walk for a Cause, where it happens every summer, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Where you can actually, we know that we have breast cancer walks and walks for other charities, pancreatic cancer, but Walk for a Cause is very important simply because you can come out and you can walk for whatever cause that is important to you. Anything that you are passionate about, anything that is maybe afflicting your family or yourself, you definitely can form your own team. You can come out. We did it this summer, along with the American Cancer Society Breast Cancer Walk on Belle Isle that happens.
5 miles.
5 miles every October on Belle Isle. If you have missed it in the past, you need to come out and you need to make strides with Focus One, with the new community, and all of our families and of our network of families here in Detroit. So enjoy the break, and we'll be right back.